Welcome to your Daily Writing Habit, episode number 501. If you're writing a book or thinking about it, or maybe you've started writing your book, but you're having some trouble finishing it, or perhaps you're at the stage where you need help reaching more readers to let them know about your book, you are in the right place. Good morning. Happy Tuesday. I'm your host, Christine Whitmarsh, also known as Christine Inc., I-N-K. Each day, I'm sharing with you the writing habits I've learned over my 19 years as a ghostwriter, book coach, and author. I have found that 3 things in particular have a huge impact on your success as an author, and they have the ability to turn a quote-unquote non-author into a published one. Those 3 things are writing fundamentals, productivity, and mindset habits. Here's today's quote. If you want to go quickly, go alone. If you want to go far, go together. And that's an African proverb. Well, once again, good morning. Happy Tuesday. And today let's talk about all those kind of writer problems that we all experience, sometimes regularly, it depends on the timing, or sometimes just time to time. And I want you to realize every single problem you have as a writer, every challenge you face, every obstacle that you think is insurmountable, everything that you deal with as an author, especially as a first-time author, is more than likely being dealt with at this very moment by famous authors. That's right, probably many of them. Published authors, professional authors, whatever distinction you've been making in your mind between yourself as an author and the other authors. We are all in the same boat, and probably in a lot more ways than we think. Here's a laundry list, for instance, of problems that every other author occasionally faces no matter where they are in their careers. Not feeling motivated, having too many ideas and not knowing where to start, feeling like their writing sucks. That's right, famous authors feel that. Feeling like they suck, feeling like their characters suck, feeling like their story ideas suck, feeling like every other author, and again, famous authors think this, feeling like every other author on the planet is laughing at them, not knowing where to take their book idea next, thinking nobody will want to buy or read their book. And the list goes on, and no matter how accomplished the author, I can almost guarantee they've been here. No creative person is immune from self-doubt. That's a fact, and that's why we need to lean on each other. So how do other authors, even the famous ones, solve these problems and all the other ones? Well, number 1, they ask for help and support from other authors, like my Inc. Authors group on Facebook, my Writers Club Live program, social media hashtags, like you can go on Twitter, and I was kind of going there over the weekend. There's hashtags like hashtag writing community, writer problems, writing problems. There seems to be quite the author and writer community on Twitter, by the way. I'd encourage you to check that out. Lots of people there, and you'll see that they all have the same problems as you do. And the thing is, they refuse to suffer in silence. They turn to other authors without worrying about where those people are in their careers. They realize that as writers, as authors, we're all in it together. A second thing they do, they get a coach or a mentor or an advisor. They find if they're really stuck, this is what they do. They find someone who's offering to help and ask for professional outside guidance to get them over the hump and teach them the strategies and knowledge that they don't have. And that's why I enjoy being a book coach so much, because it's such a pleasure for me to help people, especially when they're really stuck. And just because I've been doing it for so long, the solution is so easy for me, and it feels kind of like literary therapy. So I enjoy it quite a bit. So that's another thing that professionals do. And number 3, above all, they keep writing. They keep going. They do what they need to do. Procrastination, coping mechanisms, hopefully like good, healthy coping mechanisms. They take a break. They watch goofy movies. They take a nap. They go on social media, go walk the dog, unplug, exercise, go for a walk, do something. They figure out, usually by trial and error, how their creative brains operate. They figure out its operating manual, and they find a way to work with it rather than against it. So you learn this after a while. If you write enough words, you figure out, like, when things aren't working, what your brain needs in that moment. And yeah, sometimes it needs like binge watching. No judgment. Your brain needs many things sometimes to power up again. But again, if you join a community of writers somewhere, an author group, a writers group, whether in person or online or virtual these days, that's a great way to realize like, oh, okay, it's not just me. Cool. So those are 3 different things that I've noticed that professional authors do when they find themselves kind of in the land of suck and say, this is not working for me. I'm not being a good author. They do those 3 things. So again, if you do need some extra help, please consider joining my Facebook group. It's called Ink Authors. That's your first step in figuring out how your quote unquote writer problems match up against everyone else's. And I definitely want everyone in there to be real. So please let us know what your problems are so we can help and support you. I guarantee we are not like a group of like perfect people, not even close. So if you tell us what your problems are, believe me, you'll have a whole bunch of people raising their hands going, yeah, I have those problems too. Me too. Yeah. And that's why the group is private and unlisted and all those other Facebook things. So we can really have those conversations and feel safe in doing that. Ink Authors on Facebook. Thank you for joining me here on Your Daily Writing Habit, where my goal is to help you write and finish writing an awesome book. Until tomorrow, happy writing.